Hey, it's me, Mattie, and I'm going to be talking about how to maintain your crochet braids. So a couple of videos ago, I shared my crochet braid experience. This is my first time wearing this style. I talked about what kind of hair I got, all of that. I will link you below for all of that. I just wanted to talk about maintenance as far as this video is concerned. I have now had my crochet braids in for, I would say, 10 weeks now. I will probably be taking them out within the next week or two. It was a go-to style because it was protective and I thought it was very me, and I just had a baby, so I definitely needed a protective style because there was no way I was going to be getting up and doing my hair every day. And I didn't want a sew-in because I still think with a weave, you still have to you still have to curl it and this and that. I just wanted something that was kind of get up and go, or at least very close to it. So the first thing I would say as far as maintaining the crochet braids, because it is synthetic hair, so it's okay, how do we make it not hideous and ratty and super stiff and all that? To be completely honest, I would say probably for a solid 4 to 5 weeks out of the 10 weeks I've been wearing this style, I wore it up. So I would just twist it and pin it up. I would just I literally wore it up the majority of the time. I will insert a picture here so you can see that I wore it up at the hospital when I had my baby. There was just no way I was just gonna have this out. I was breastfeeding. You're just doing so much. This is just a lot. I'm very extra, but I'm very realistic at the same time. So wearing it up and making sure that it was twisted when I went to bed was imperative. There was no time I ever wore my hair out when I went to sleep. My God, it would have been a catastrophe. So wearing it up and making sure that it's twisted when you go to sleep is one thing. Another thing is that I kept it very, very, very low maintenance when it came to putting product in my hair. For a second, I was like, oh, maybe I should put mousse in it. Maybe I should do this to maintain the texture. But because it's synthetic hair and not human hair, you really didn't have to worry about losing the texture. I didn't brush it out or anything like that. I did not put rods in it at any time like a lot of other people do when they do their crochet braids. I wanted to. I was just too pregnant and then too tired once the baby came around to even mess around with that. So I just really kept it maintained with water and coconut oil. And that was just when it started getting really, really not so cute anymore. It is stiffer, so you're going to have to really work with it, really manipulate it. Don't be afraid to get your hands in it. You have to separate it. You have to really, really work with it, yeah, it's just you just have to work with it. It's hair, even though it's not yours, even though it's not human hair, you still got to work with it. So yeah, warm water and coconut oil really help me maintain some kind of shininess, some kind of moisture in there, just because you don't want it looking ratty and all of that. So very low maintenance, very, very little product. I would not, just because you have to think of the product buildup. So I just thought water and oil would be best case scenario. Another thing is that the truth of the matter is that no matter how well you take care of it, you're going to have to trim it at some point. If you notice, it's a little bit shorter than in the other video. I've just been cutting the ends when they get a little bit ratty or knotty. You just have to. It's not even up for debate. If you want to maintain this look and keep this look, you have to cut it. You just have to trim it. You want to make sure that you cut at an angle just so you don't have super blunt pieces of hair. And you want to make sure that you're trimming it and still keeping the shape to your face. So even if you wanted to go dramatically shorter and cut it into a bob, you just have to make sure that you're trimming it to maintain some kind of freshness. Which is kind of weird because it's almost like how you treat your real hair. You have to trim it to make sure it keeps growing and it looks decent, so it's not stringy. It's the same thing. You have to trim it. There's just no way around it. I didn't use any kind of special scissors. I just had the scissors that I had here in the house, and I just trimmed them, and I just made sure I angled down. And I just made sure that I kept the shape, pretty much the gist of the shape, that really flattered my face. Last but not least, when it comes to maintaining your crochet braids, there's no other way around it, but you just have to find quality hair. luckily, I think with Marley Hair, you know, I don't think there's like super high-end Marley hair where it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg like Malaysian or Brazilian, you know, when we get into those kind of human hair textures. But I think it's important to do your research, which I made sure I did, and found a Marley hair that a lot of people have had positive experiences with. So again, I used the Janet collection and I used the NOIR Marley hair. I will try to find it and put it in the info box below, but I also mentioned that in my original Crochet Braids video. You just gotta find like some decent hair that's going to last long. You know, if you were using like super cheap plasticky hair, we would not be here having this talk via video right now. That's just not what would be happening. I'm very pleased with it. You know, like I said, I think it's definitely lasted me a long time, and it definitely made my life a whole lot easier. And I think that when I wanted to look kind of fabulous quickly, you know, I don't really have the extra time like I used to just be doing my hair with a newborn, but I would just untwist it and just be like, boom, hey, fluff it up, put some water and coconut oil in it and keep it moving. All I would have to worry about is my makeup. So I've had a great experience with Crochet Braids. I think normally I wouldn't have kept it in this long. I would probably only do maybe 4 to 6 weeks, but because of the situation I was in, I've been able to keep it in 10 to 11 weeks. And to be honest, you can keep it in as long as you want, as long as you're maintaining your you know, your hair care, you know, making sure that you're oiling your scalp, making sure that you're keeping things clean and just making things comfortable for you. You know, for some people they can only rock it for 4 weeks. For some they can rock it for 10. As far as my experience is concerned, rocking it for 2.5 months has been a positive experience and super low maintenance. I'm super lazy when it comes to my hair, so trust me, if it would have been too much, I would have let you know. You have to cut it, use some water and coconut oil, and keep it moving, sis. That's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can follow me everywhere on social media at Mattieology. So that's Twitter, that's Facebook, that's Instagram. I'm on Pinterest as well if you are too. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that. And please like this video and let me know what other videos you guys want to see, whether it's makeup, lifestyle. You know, I know you guys ask a bunch of questions and I try my best to get to them. So please let me know in the comments below, and be sure to check out CocoaFab.com. I've written other style stories and you'll find the rest of my videos over there as well. Follow them at myCocoaFab on Twitter and on Instagram. And I think that's it. If you guys have any other questions, I'll be trying my best to answer all of them. So hit me up down below. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.